Hi, today I'm going to be talking about the Fantastic Four First Steps. I'm going to go over a review that I wrote about it, like pretty much right after watching it. I'm going to see if I still feel the same, or if maybe I was unfair, and obviously I'll kind of go over what I wrote and maybe expand on a few thoughts, or maybe I'll disagree with myself. Let me just start. It's not a long review, so I wrote here forced forgettable fan slop. Sincerely, I thought this would be somewhat better than Superman, which was trash. So I went in watching this with low expectations. Yeah, I still feel that Superman is trash, by the way. Even with that, the movie was garbage. It tries hard to hook you in with the surface levels, 60s futuristic themes, and rushes any character development because the new superhero movies are getting tired of repeating the origin stories to its audience. This rush is understandable, being that we mostly know already the origin story, even the casual non comic readers do. But this causes a common problem where it makes it incredibly difficult to connect with these new actors or actresses playing the timeless characters of these movies. I think the cast was poorly picked. Pascal did not stand out at all as Mr. Fantastic, and I will now be one of those people saying it was a mistake that they did not bring back Krasinski. But at the same time, Krasinski, would not even have saved this hollow movie alone. Yeah, no, I still stand by that. I mean, Pascal came off like he was sick. Like, he came off like he was tired all the time. He came off like he didn't know what he was even doing in this movie. He was not acting like Reed Richards does in the comics. And I don't care what you say. I mean, look, after watching the Fantastic Four, I kind of went out of the way to read some of the more recent Fantastic Four iterations. So I've been reading the Ryan North comics, and I don't know what people's opinions are on that right now, and maybe they don't like it, maybe they do. I'm currently enjoying reading those comics. I don't think they're that bad, actually. But the Reed Richards in these Ryan North comics that I've been reading is like nothing like the Pedro Pascal Reed Richards that we saw in the movie. I mean, in the comics, he's a bona fide genius. He's got an answer for everything, and he's like a walking dictionary. I mean, Pedro Pascal was not like that at all. He barely really said anything genius. The most genius thing he came up with was that stupid plan at the end of the movie, which was just redundant to even go over that. But let me go back to what I wrote here. Sue was very one-dimensional, wooden, and predictable. The Thing was just there and refused to act or talk like the Thing that I love. Now, look, I'm sorry. I still feel that way. Look, even the Kate Mara Sue was way better than this. The one in the 2015 Fantastic Four movie. Kill me. Yeah, I'd rather watch Kate Mara play Sue again than this actress. This actress just did not do it for me. She didn't do it for me. She had no emotions in her face, and this whole like thing with the baby and the pregnancy and the Reed Richards thing, it just felt forced, fast, and I heard somebody else say this right. They said this whole pregnant baby thing should have been like in a third movie. But no, they rushed it for the first movie, and they expect you to have this emotional connection in such a fast amount of time. I just think it was rushed. Uh, and yeah, the Thing. Don't get me started on the Thing. The worst thing that really pissed me off, that almost made me want to walk out, was where like the guy says, "Hey, why don't you say what you always say? Come on, say it, Thing." And like the Thing, like weekly says, "Oh no, no, I don't really say that. That's just in the comics." Dude, fuck you. You are the comics. You are in the comics. What are you talking about? I mean, like the Ryan North comic I'm reading, right? The Thing is always ready to jump into action. Like, dude, this guy is always ready to fuck shit up. Don't tell me he's not. And like, yeah, I know he does some stuff in the movies, but like in the comic, bro, like he is immediately like ready to jump into the action. He always says it's clobbering time, or he says like some stupid bullshit because he's the Thing. But like you like even in the comic I'm reading, like you feel that energy. You feel like all right, no, I'm not even gonna talk. I'm just gonna fucking jump into this shit because I'm the Thing. What the hell? There's no reason to think. That's what I got Reed Richards for. I don't need to talk. I just gotta go in. So this Thing in the movie was like pathetic. Pathetic. I mean, even the other movies got that right about the Thing, even if he wasn't the best. And the sympathetic parts of the Thing, they got that right. I'm sorry. Uh, what else do I say? Johnny was a bore and makes Chris Evans look like the best Human Torch on screen, and he was fun at least. No, Chris Evans didn't look like the best. I'll take that back. He was the best Human Torch. He was the best. He was funny. He was charming. He was a smartass, and he did it right. To go on, this movie lacked any of the interactions that make the Fantastic Four fun. Where were those moments where Johnny would mess with the Thing, and the Thing would retaliate like two little brothers screwing with each other? Frankly, starting the movie off with Reed and Sue being lovey-dovey and pregnant was a bad start. This should have been built up a bit, but instead we are thrown into it immediately and expected to be like, "Aw, Sue X Reed, so sweet, so pure, blah, give me a break." You know, I still stand by that thought. And to go off of that thing there, I don't know if I don't remember if I say that in the review here, but like the thing between Johnny and the Thing that I couldn't stand, like not only did they not fuck with each other like they do usually, and they're like annoyed at each other, but they have this like bond, you know what I mean? It was kind of gay and lame. And I'm saying gay not in the homosexual way, like gay is in like that's fucking gay. That's fucking lame. Like there was a part I can't remember the exact line, but like the Thing said something to Johnny like, "Oh, don't listen to them, Johnny. You're very like this." I don't know, like if he was saying like you're very handsome or you're very like it was like, dude, that is not how they talk to each other for the most part. Like it came off like lame. And there was a part where the Thing was talking to Reed and they were having it was like supposed to be a moment and the Thing came off like fucking fake and gay. I'm sorry. He came off weak and like I get it was supposed to be like this like sympathetic moment between Reed and the Thing, but I don't know, like I just don't buy it. And like the Thing wearing a sweater the whole time, uh I don't know, man. It just came off weird to me. It just there's something off about it. It didn't vibe with me. I just didn't feel it. All right, so let me go on. The only thing the movie had that the new Superman movie lacked was somewhat decent pacing. The editing wasn't all over the place and ADD ridden. There was some cohesion, but this should not be applauded. This should be required for a movie. My biggest gripe was the predictable baddies. Galactus I was initially excited for. This would be worth the pain and blandness of the rest of the film. Nope. Maybe at first Galactus was cool to see, but after a while he felt like nothing. Intimidation factor was zero, especially coming into the city to steal the baby. To steal the baby, he had to be smaller than your average Godzilla. I'm complaining about how big he was. This guy eats planets. At first I thought maybe they are just showing him like this size because his goal at first is to retrieve the God Jesus baby thing, whatever, the cosmic baby. And if that doesn't work, his last attempt would be to grow full size and try to eat the planet. But that's not what happens. Nope. Sue just gets all her mama bear angry energy and all by herself. Well, I'll edit this. She also gets help from the Silver Surfer, Shalabal, whatever her fucking name is. They push Galactus into the teleport trap that they figured out at the end of the movie. And with the last hit, help from, I did say it, with Silver Surfer. So, wow, lame. I'll take back my criticisms of Rise of the Silver Surfer 2007 movie. That movie at least had actors and actresses that were good. I say here, fantastic. Yeah, you know, I'll stand by that too because that was pretty lame. That ending fight with Galactus was so lame. I mean, you can't tell me that was exciting. You can't tell me you didn't see what was happening. And yeah, I know you're going to say, "Oh, well, I mean, if you've been watching superhero movies for all these years, you should it's all predictable." Yeah, obviously. but it's how it's done. And it was so lame. I didn't care for any of the characters. I didn't care about the kid. I didn't care about none of it. And even the comic that I'm reading, the kid, all of their kids in the previous, I didn't even read the previous comic saga before the one I'm reading now. So apparently Reed Richards, he teleported the Baxter building into another dimension while they were fighting these aliens from the negative zone or something. And their kids were in the Baxter building, like all their kids, the Things kids, Reed's kids, and there were a couple other kids I don't know because I didn't read those previous comics. He fucking sends them to another dimension at a certain time, and they can't see them for a year. And like everybody hates the Fantastic Four because of it, and they're in like this crazy situation, and they have to wait a year before the building and the kids come back at that specific location. And there's even a part where like Doctor Doom, he has some kind of like he has an investment in their daughter. Like I guess he wants to raise her to be like his like bona fide future villain. I don't know what his goal is with Reed Richards' daughter, but it's really fucking cool. And I actually am interested in like what the kids what their place is going to be in the story. I don't give a fuck about this cosmic baby at all in the movie. Like it's so forced. It's so forced. I don't feel anything in the movie. The comic is getting more out of me than the movie did in the 2 hours. Um, so to keep going on that, where was I? Oh, I said Fantastic Four, Superman, all deserve better, but instead they have been babied for the lowest common denominator. And no, don't say, but bro, comic movies are for kids. Of course. But that doesn't mean it needs to be stupid. Many of the greatest superhero films were made for most ages and worked good enough without babying the film too much. I watched Spider-Man 2002 and Spider-Man 2 2004 when I was around 6 to 8, appreciating the work and craft and themes that went into it more as I grew older. And of course we could even talk about like the original Superman movies or Christopher Reeves. Those are timeless, at least 1 and 2. At least Superman 1 and 2 are timeless classics that I love more and more as I get older. And my initial reaction with those movies was I didn't like them. I loved them even when I first watched them. These movies, like this new Fantastic Four movie, I was bored out of my mind. I didn't care about anybody. Of course, but where was I? I don't see these new films being good films for kids to grow up with and appreciate. These films rely too much on CG, and when they do try to have some kind of message like family in this film, it comes off extremely shallow and not much under the hood. People who are praising this movie have no problem, have fun. But those of you out there who know a good movie, not just superhero genre, but cinema in general, you know this is a steaming pile of crap. That's how I ended the review. So no, I still feel that way because I was extremely disappointed. I was expecting it to be at least better than Superman. I was looking forward to this a little bit, this movie, because I wanted to see how they were going to pull off Galactus. And everybody is praising the Galactus part as the best part of the movie. I thought it was the most disappointing part of the movie. I mean, this is a guy who could eat planets. And this was the best that you could do? I mean, he was as less scary as Thanos, the MCU version of Thanos. And don't get me started on the watered down MCU version of Thanos. I like that Thanos, but God, he's got nothing compared to the Mad Titan of Jim Sterling comic Thanos. Sorry. So this Galactus is just a watered down version of the Galactus comics. I mean, they got the design right. He looks good. Okay, he looks okay. But was he scary? Was he scary? No, I don't think he was scary. I wasn't getting the feeling like he was going to eat the planet and that like there was this moment. Like it was just so contrived. I get it. Look, if you guys like this movie, like that's great. I'm not saying don't like this movie. Like I'm happy for you that you enjoyed this movie, and I love the Fantastic Four. Like I think they deserve to be big. I do. I just don't think this movie does them justice. That's just my opinion. But hey, look, if you guys liked it, let me know what you think. If you didn't like it, let me know what you think. If you don't like my opinion, fine. Let me know why. If you do like my opinion or agree with me, talk about it. But let's just have fun. And yeah, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know.